It took me several years to start doing live videos. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here tonight, and I have just finished my free consultation that I had with my students, and the main question was, you couldn't believe, the main question was about the order of the tracks. So how to plan your tracks, how to make a playlist there, how to decide which one to play first, which one to play second, and so on. So I'm gonna open my presentation from my DJ course that you can buy. Just write in me DJ course and you're gonna have it. One of the points that we are talking about in my DJ course is DJ set dramaturgy, and you can also see the name of this live video as well, dramaturgy. This is the basic, and I don't know why, but unfortunately almost no one uses this feature. If you as a DJ or as an artist gonna follow the rules of DJ set dramaturgy, you're definitely gonna be like the most successful one. So I'm gonna open my course and share with you some information, and also I want to show you my examples of my sets that I play, and one of the most successful ones, it was my DJ set from Opium Club in Barcelona. So I'm gonna show you definitely how I planned this playlist, how I decide the order of the tracks. But before, you need to know what does it mean, the set dramaturgy. So we're gonna start with the success of a great set or your mix, if you're recording it, lies in two things: carefully selected music collection, because for DJ is the most important thing is your music collection. So carefully selected music collection, the first one, and the second one, correct tracks chronology or order or sequence. Okay, so this correct tracks chronology equals DJ set dramaturgy. This is why we need it. So we need to know the order of our tracks when we are planning our playlist for any concert or performance. So the first thing that you need to know is intro. Like, I don't know, in every text, in every theater or movie, we have intro. Intro, it's very important thing, but I'm gonna tell you that we can skip it as well as a DJs, okay? So intro, it can be, it's not about the first track even, it's about creativity. So intro, it can be, for example, a sound of waves, or a sound of birds, or a sound of nature, any nature, okay, rain, for example, to get the listener to this atmosphere. For example, I have an amazing example of my track. I'm gonna find it in SoundCloud. You can go also to my SoundCloud after this live show and you will just listen to that. My mix name Ibiza Stardust Radio Guest Mix. So I started with intro, and just listen to that. This intro is not the music composition. And now the song begins. So it's smooth, and I started with the birds singing, I don't know what they're doing, and the sea waves, and then it moving slowly to the first track. So intro is your creativity, is any sound but not the music. Okay, then it moves to neutral part. Neutral part is something neutral. For example, the first track in this mix was, you can listen to that. You will not dance with this track, you will not, it's just calming the vibe. And the drop. It's all, like nothing more heavier. This is like maximum of this track. So this is the neutral part. This is the beginning to your to your vibe of the tracks, to all tracks, all set. You should create this vibe in your listener's mind, I don't know, to get this, because if you will skip this part, they will definitely will not listen to your mix till the end. They don't understand what you are trying to tell them. It's like a text, like your post, like a message, like a literature poem. I don't know how to explain it. So it's something more than just tracks. So when you are DJing, imagine that you are describing the story. You need to get to the listener this sensation to understand, wow, imagine we are near the sea, near the beach, and this is, you heard it in my set. Now, then you're gonna follow this message till the whole set. This is very important thing. So, usually people skip these parts, intro and neutral part, because it's pretty boring, like you don't know why you need them, like people maybe would like just to start dancing, and it's a huge mistake, because if you just came and started your performance, people don't know you, they don't want to listen to you. Who are you actually? They need that vibe, they need this sensation and understanding why they need to finish listening to your set. So we're going to the next part, it's rocking up part, and now you can just give this a little bit dancing mood, but they will still not dancing like them gonna maybe drink cocktails, dance, speak with people. This vibe, you're gonna understand when I will show you more examples. Then we are coming to the climax. Climax, this is the part where everyone should dance, like everyone should dance. They feel this party move. It's not drinking cocktails anymore, it's not speaking to other people. You should see the full house on the dance floor, all people are dancing, and this is what you need, the result that you need. And after the climax, you're gonna play the climax of the climax. This is hits, like top hits in your music genre. This is climax of the climax. You are playing this part. The next part of your DJ set dramaturgy is saturation and dynamics. And usually I hear like people skipping all these parts, coming to the climax of the climax, and saturation and dynamics. It's just going till the end, and then just finish. When you finish your set on saturation and dynamics part, people are not understanding what's going on. This is the part when you imagine you are exciting, you are dancing with your favorite tracks, and I just turn it off. You are killing the vibe, in other words. So you could not stop with this. Saturation dynamics is a cool part just to keep them moving after the hits, to keep them, like normally the hits in the clubs, they play at about 2 or 3 o'clock, but clubs are usually working till 6 or 7 a.m. So saturation dynamic part is pretty big. So people need to stay there. So it might be big, but it's not the end of your mix. After saturation dynamic, you are going to completion. And this is a very important part. You need to just finish all your set, like the end of your story. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. The end. You also can share it through the music, without words, silent. Really, it's a great talent, I would say, but it's easy to improve and understand and do it. So you're telling the story, remember that I told you at the beginning. Completion, it's like calming music. Music where people want to go home. And the last part, it's outro. Outro, it's also the creative part, like intro. We have two creative parts, intro and outro. So intro, I remind you, intro was, in my set, for example, it was birds. Intro. Nothing about music. It's not music, it's just the sound. So the outro might be the same. It's just the sound. It's not the music or any song. It's the sound of something. Or I had one mix where outro was a phrase from the film. Even like that. So for example, you get into the vibe of the sea, you're playing, completion and outro. It's like a phrase from your favorite movie, for example, if it matches to your DJ mix, of course. This is the best creative work that you can do, having intro and outro. But usually, if you're going to any club, and even to my performances, I will not say that I'm playing with intro and outro. No one plays with intro and outro, and this is okay. You can skip intro and outro parts, actually. The clubs and people, when they come in to dance, actually, they don't need your intro and outro. They already feel this intro vibe. They came to the club to dance, okay? So they have this vibe. You just start with the neutral part. But, for example, if you have a sunset sessions, near the beach, for example, now it's summer, so probably if you're a DJ, you're gonna have it, and you play near the beach, you come and people just sitting, enjoying, speaking to each other. So it's a amazing tip to start not with the song, because they expect you to play with a song, to start with the track. You can start with the birds sound, for example, or from rain sound, and people gonna, wow, what's going on here? It's a DJ came here and he's playing not the track, and then the sound mix in your first track, and you're gonna have an amazing beginning. And these people will stay with you till the end of your mix and will be so excited. This tip no one uses. I'm telling you, no one uses this tip. But if you are playing, for example, in the club, now you know that we skip two parts. We skip intro and we skip outro. But we couldn't skip neutral part, rocking up, climax of the climax, saturation dynamics, and completion. 6 parts still are the main one. So when you're DJing or performing, and you see that the people is not dancing, your dance floor is empty, you might have one of these 3 mistakes. So the first one, I already have it actually written down here on the piece of paper. You are playing hits. So you skip the set dramaturgy. Remember, imagine you have come to people that was just sitting, talking, or maybe one DJ were playing before you, and you just entered and play all the hits. They will not dance. This is the main mistake, when people think that they could play hits and people gonna stand up and dance. No. Hits or any other track, even it's not a hit, it's an amazing track. But if people like it or not depends on you and on your dramaturgy. So even the track that is not hit can be felt with people as a hit just because you played it in the right order. I hope you understand what I mean. Write me please if you got the point, if you understand what I'm talking about, because it's complicated to tell you everything because you don't have the basics, but you can join my DJ course and understand the basics as well. But even without basics, I hope you can understand it. So the order is very important. Neutral part, rocking up, climax, the climax of a climax, saturation dynamics, and completion. So if you're playing the hits right at the beginning, people will not dance and just go home. Okay, the first thing. The second mistake, why your dance floor is empty and people don't want to dance with your tracks, you are going down. Down. What does it mean? You played neutral part, rocking up, climax, and now they're waiting for climax of the climax. They're waiting for hits. Yeah? Preparing. And you're just, wow, and going to rocking up again, for example. Or you go to saturation and dynamics without playing hits. It's a huge mistake. So in this case, people are gonna, they were expecting something from you, and you just, no, you totally killed and destroyed the vibe. So if you're gonna do like that, of course they're gonna leave. And if you're playing in a club, for example, and people gonna leave, it's a big mistake for you as a DJ, and maybe you're gonna have problems as well, because the club expected you to bring people, not to say them with your music. Now you know that you are like speaking to people through your music, so not to say people, go out please. And the third mistake, it's monotony. I hate monotony, that's why it's difficult for me to say this word. What do I mean monotony? Oh, how many clubs there are in Barcelona, especially. They like to play tech house music. Tech house music could be interesting, but could be monotony. I'm not sure if I have monotony tracks, because usually I don't play them. But I mean, if you play something like that, okay, I'll show you here. For example, you have the first track playing like that. And your second track like that. And your third track like that. And your fifth track like that. So you hear monotony, the same vibe. And a lot of DJs literally think that if you need to play one music genre, for example, tech house, you need to play this music in this order. Are you sure? Are you okay? I don't know how to tell you. Isn't it obvious that no one is gonna come to your set? It's boring. I want to dance. I want that you change my vibe. I want to come when you're playing neutral part. I want to drink cocktails and speak to my friends. Then I want the rocking up part. I want to start moving. So then I want you to bring me through all of these parts. I want to go to climax. I want to dance and desire more and more. I want to feel and listen to my hits now at the climax of the climax part. And then I want saturation and dynamic. I want to give it more and more and more. And then I feel completion, satisfaction part. And going home. I want this, but I don't wanna listen to this this beat all my, for example, 4 hour okay, it's not even dancing, 4 hour going out. Okay, I went for 4 hours outside to a club or to a bar and listen to no, please. This is why I usually go to work, but not to like chill, enjoy the music here in Barcelona, because it's really difficult to find a DJ who really cares about DJ set dramaturgy, who really like paying attention on it, preparing the mix. Also a common mistake, thinking that this dramaturgy you can plan in your head and like improvisation. No, you're not gonna improvise it. You need to prepare. Only preparation. You cannot decide. For example, I have at least now in my computer, I have 20,000 of tracks. I cannot decide right now during my performance which tracks I'm gonna play and how will be the order. I cannot do it because my mind cannot remember and right now understand all these 20,000 of tracks and prepare the order. No. So no improvisation. You can improvise, but if you prepared this improvisation in advance, this is the main rule. I repeat it one more time. You can even write it down. The improvisation can be only if you have prepared this improvisation in advance. So, if you're preparing your set, first of all, you choose your tracks that you like, okay? Everything that you like, put in the folder. After that, remember about DJ set dramaturgy and put it in the right order, or mark it with the colors you have in your DJ software. You have colors. So, say, for example, I have Yellow, it's for all tracks for neutral part. So yellow is like light. All the hits like climax of the climax, I have with the purple color. So climax I have with red color, for example. So when I go to my playlist, I can definitely see, okay, this tracks I'm gonna play first, this one the next, and so yeah, preparation. This is the main thing. You need to prepare your playlist due to DJ set dramaturgy parts. I hope you can notate it. I will remind you now one more time all the parts, and then we're gonna see the examples, like more examples. First, intro, yeah, creative part. Any sounds of birds, waves, rain, nature, anything, but not the tracks. Neutral part, beginning, rocking up, let people move. Climax, already started to dance. The climax of the climax, hits, saturation and dynamics, completion, and the last part, outro. Outro also, it's like intro, any sounds or maybe quotes from your favorite movies, I don't know, anything creative, it's not the tracks. Intro and outro, it's not the tracks. Okay, I'm gonna show you the last thing. It's my DJ mix, one of the most successful ones, my DJ mix from Opium. You can listen to it on my SoundCloud as well. But I'm gonna open in it my Serato, so I'm gonna play for you track by track and understand the order. First of all, you should know when you start to play. For example, if I play the whole event, for example, tonight in the George Payne, I'm gonna play the whole event, yeah, from the beginning till the end. So I'm moving to all these parts. I start with neutral part, rocking up, climax of the climax, saturation, dynamics, completion, finish. But if I'm not playing the whole event, for example, like it was in Opium, I came when the climax was playing. Not climax of the climax, but the climax part. So imagine, if I stand after the DJ who now is playing climax, I start to play with neutral part, all people, I'm gonna say goodbye. This is the worst club ever. So when I was preparing my set, the first thing I should ask, what time I'm gonna start? When? So when I know that I start at, for example, 2 o'clock, I understand it's part of the climax, yeah, or rocking up. I don't know, like the style of the other DJ, I don't know anything, but I know that at 2 o'clock it might be rocking up or climax. So the first track, when I was preparing my mix, I decided to play something in the middle, and I have this track. I'm in love with this track. It's a track by Adriatic. I'm gonna play it now. This track is amazing because it's, for me, it sounds directly in the middle of rocking up and climax. That's why I decided to start with it. So pay attention. I skip neutral part and rocking up. Sorry, I skipped the neutral part and rocking up. I started with the climax part. So the first track, here you have it, by Adriatic. You know this track, I swear. So you can notice it's not so fast, because if it the climax of the climax, it should be hit. No, it's not a hit, but it's still a good one. It's not too fast, too high BPM, okay? It's only 125, but it's not 122 because it's not a neutral part. So this was my first track. I cannot come. I was playing for 1 hour. you should know it, for 1 hour. So I need to go through all this part so quickly, but I cannot just like play one track from the rocking up or climax part and then hits and finish. I need to prepare people at least with 2 or 3 songs to this climax of the climax, to the hits. So the second track, I decided to play this one. I know the melody is gonna be well known for you. That's why I decided to play it. It's pretty like low, but the melody, because everyone knows the melody, it gives you the sensation of wow, excitement. And this is what I actually need before playing hits. So listen to that. The best part. And go. The drop. E. So you hear that vibe. I hope you can even now, without mixing, listening to the whole set, you can feel this vibe. The second song, the third song was almost like join us to the hits. Okay, this is not the main drop, but the main drop is here, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. This is almost the hit. Like that. And after that song, I played the first hit. Climax of the climax. After that, the most popular song for that time, it was just released when I was playing this set, so it was like the 5th song. So climax of the climax, continue, hits. Continue with the same vibe. And then also one more time Anima. It's not good to play 2 or 3 tracks in one order by one artist. That's why I mixed, like it was Pictures of You Without Me by Anima, then Korolova, and then again Anima. Because all the hits, obviously, in melodic house genre, now is doing Anima. So yeah, sorry. But I cannot play them in the order, yeah, as I told you. So the next track, also Anima, also hit. Ready? So you can feel this vibe, dramaturgy. Remember, we're talking about that. After this track, I wanted to play the RG track Aria, but you listen to this vibe. This vibe is not so like a church vocal. For me, Aria is like a church vocal. Here, it's not the church, it's like other vibe. So I need to go from this vibe, like, to this church vibe. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, really. Just say me yes if you understand, please. If not, I'll try to explain you in other words. So, to go from this vibe to church vibe, to get this track Aria to play better, like to sound better, to give more energy. Because if not, if I'm gonna play Aria the next one, people will like, what? 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 People were like, we have just had another vibe. Why? What did you do? So that's why I decided to play after this track another track, but with vocal, like looking like or hearing like, sounding like, I don't know, like a church. And the drop. And after that, aria, like, sounds amazing. Just listen to that. And aria is also hit. Remember, we are continuing with hits because I play from 2 till 3 hits. Aria. Amazing because of last track. Okay, and then I need to finish. No, okay, not now finish. I had more. Sorry, I forgot. I had more hits. Then I continue with the same vibe. So yeah, the vocal still remind us of aria, but the bass going to like more dancey vibe, and it's an amazing like a trampoline to go to the next track. Also the hits, continue hits. So I'm bombing with the hits because I'm playing in prime time. Turn on the lights. After that, our nostalgic, like already nostalgic for me, but hit of the hits of all years, I might say. Tell me why. I don't know where is the vocal here. Here. Look, pay attention to the tracks. So I'm following the sounds that use producers to produce this track, and the same I'm following the set dramaturgy. So I need, like, it's complex work. I cannot just do one thing. Pay attention on everything here. The next track was the last one. I skipped as well. So this track is like hits, but already like hit, not top hits for this time. So it's in the middle of the hits and saturation dynamic part. So the next track is totally saturation and dynamic part. It's not the hits, but still you want to dance and move. This is the last one. So you can hear it's not the hit, but it's still danceable. And I finished my set with this track. Why? Because it was prime time, and after me should play 2 more DJs. So if I finish my dramaturgy, let's go back to that. If I finish it with completion part, or if I played saturation dynamics part for a long time, people might go home. I just kill the floor and the vibe for other DJ. It's disrespectful. You cannot work like that. You should every time think when you start your set. So you should start with neutral part, rocking up, climax of the climax, saturation dynamics, or completion part. You should definitely think about it. And with what part should be the last one. So you're gonna finish with climax of the climax because the next DJ gonna play hits as well, or you're gonna finish with saturation dynamic part because the next DJ we're gonna continue saturation dynamic part. So This is the main idea. I hope now it's clear why my mix was like the best one and very successful. My mix from Opium. You can now go to SoundCloud and find Opium DJ Mix. It was live session, and listen to that one more time. Now you're gonna understand why I choose these tracks and why I get this people energy, why they say, oh my god, Sophia, how are you doing that? Because people are dancing till the end, they don't want to leave. So this is the only one thing that I use: DJ set dramaturgy. Thank you guys for being with me. I hope it's gonna help you playing your sets, and see you tonight in the George Payne, and see you on my DJ classes, at my DJ schools, and also in my consultations if you're already DJ and just want to know some tips. Thank you guys, have a good day, see you, bye bye.